no vote on that.
Okay, welcome everybody this evening. Do we have no public comment?
Nope, we don't have any.
Okay, then the number one thing on the menu tonight is the consent agenda, which includes the minutes from the previous meeting, our appropriations, and there are no lake cabin transfers. So do I hear a motion to approve the consent?
So moved.
Okay, second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Old business, Riverwalk Playground drainage issue. Nick?
We talked about this a long time ago, but the guys have started working on it. Jeff and his guys have cut out a couple sections of that sidewalk where the water runs down that parking lot and makes that ravine through the playground, and put in, dug it out, poured concrete, and drain grates, and we're running the water out and around. If they're doing, we're also gonna go down there and do some dirt work and build some berms and stuff to kind of get that water redirected so it doesn't run across there. So
That's good.
that way if you guys get asked about it, you know what's kind of going on down there.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, that is pretty slotchy sometimes down there.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds
Great
great.
to control.
Okay, the City Lake Committee recommendation for Jamie Bradley, A10.
Okay, the City Lake Committee is recommending the council approve a boundary line adjustment request of 5 foot for a boathouse for Jamie Bradley at A10. It does not interfere with access for the neighbors.
And if I explain a little the reason for that 10 foot in width is only due to the fact that the adjoining property is city commons and the county lake road right of way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
They both meet
Okay,
over on the corner of his leasehold. And in order for him to still leave a 5 foot easement,
it has to be wider.
so he needed the 5 foot, so yes, so.
And he had been maintaining that grass and everything outside of that for
Right.
some time, so it was
I
kind
see
of
it as a
like,
benefit, 'cause
yeah,
it'll kind of take care of that area right there, and
Yeah,
it'll look
absolutely.
better, and
absolutely.
That's better than trying to approve someone building something new on the, out of their boundary and onto the
oh,
commons area.
Commons area.
Yeah, this way, it's all taken care of.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
I would move that the city accept the Lake Committee's recommendation for the additional width to the property at the Council Grove Lake Park of A10 for the construction of a boathouse.
Second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the City Lake Committee's recommendation for Jamie Bradley, A10 lot. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Okay, do I have a thing up here to read those, or do I need to get back down?
You want me to give you one? I have one here.
If you have one, that'd probably be easier to read than going back into my computer.
Actually, there's one right here. Check this back.
I'm not up on the date on the computer. Okay, this is the evening, we're going to appoint the committees. These committees can be changed somewhat if there's somebody that is interested later and wants to talk with us, and there's room in the committee, we can talk about that, but at this point in time, I would like to appoint, can I just appoint them all at once, Frank?
This has been published, right? Or it's been available. I think that you can make the appointments and then have a motion and second based on this, unless anyone has any specific quarrel with any item, and then we would take that item
Okay.
separately.
The only thing that I had that has come up to, has been changed since was printed is historic sites. I failed to put Kim McClintock on there.
Okay, I think you can make that amendment.
Okay.
And then I would just say the appointments as listed on page 10 of the packet with, subject to the amendment of Kim McClintock.
Okay, so I don't need to actually read them all?
I don't think it's necessary to read them all.
Okay. Okay, well, at this time, I would like to make the appointment of the committees that is listed on page 10 with the amendment of Ken McClintock on the historic sites, addition of Ken McClintock on the historic sites. And I would welcome a motion to approve that appointment, those appointments.
So moved.
Okay,
I'll second.
and seconded. Okay, Denise. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Okay, next to Nick, downtown alley discussions.
So Brady and I have meetings this Friday. We're meeting, doing a field check for Safe Routes to School with KDOT. And then at noon, we are opening bids for the Highway 56 resurfacing from Belfry to 3rd Street. So I was talking to Brady about looking at our alleys, why we've already paid for those folks to come, bring their equipment and all that, mobilization, see what it would cost to try to do some of our alleys while they're here. So Brady and I are gonna meet after we open the bids and go downtown and look at the 100, 200 block and probably the 300 block on the north side, the ones that are all paved. So and kind of get an idea of what it would cost to do it. You know, maybe a deal where we can only do the 100 block this year, and maybe a deal where we can't do any of them because it's too expensive, I don't know. But we'll take a look at it and see, and then we'll work with whoever.
That'd be
wants to-
behind the dance studio, is that?
Yep, all that.
I think that's, I mean,
It's like a
we
street
use
disconnect.
it and.
One thing that when we figure out what it's gonna cost is the property lines for those businesses don't extend out into the alley that the cities are surfacing. So we'll have to work with the businesses to cover the cost of doing theirs if they want it done. Obviously, we can't force them to do that. And I don't know that I mean, it's up to you guys if you wanna just do it for them and the city pay for all of it, but I don't know that if we're gonna do it for them, we probably ought to do that for everybody.
It's all asphalt, correct? So
Yeah.
which, if I was a business downtown, and I was in that 1 to 300 block, I would definitely consider it because asphalt's not terribly expensive, especially if the city's covering a portion of it.
I think that,
But the big thing is covering, like, asphalt can be dug out and sewer put back in without a huge cost to the customer, because in other places in town where we have concrete or other things that have to be dug up and they have to have their sewer line, they have to reimburse the city, if I'm correct. Is that correct?
usually, yeah.
dig up a sewer.
Yep. So
So-
they end up, it's their cost.
Pretty inexpensive to have a nice
So-
area behind there.
But mainly, I think the north side is the one that you're gonna have the issues with the parking areas. I mean,
Yeah.
the 100 block, I think the 200 block where Farmers and Drovers is, there's some parking areas, but they extend into the buildings. So I don't know that we'll have as much issue. The 100 block's the main one. They will have to,
No, the 200 block Farmers and Drovers is on the
south side.
south side. We're talking the north side, right?
Well, the north side is the one I'm talking about where you have asphalt all the way up to the backs of those businesses. It's not like that in any other alley through there. They all have gravel and stuff. So we would just redo the alley the way it is.
Okay.
But where Hayes House and all that is, that asphalt runs all the way up to the backs of the businesses.
So are you talking about giving the opportunity to say the 200 block to be able to do that as well? I mean, because obviously I would think that the businesses that already have it would want it already.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, if they want to pay to have them, whether APAC do that or whoever wins the bid, Schilling, or I can't remember who else is bidding on it, but they want to pay to have them do that while they're here. I can't imagine they're going to say, I won't take your money. So,
There's probably not gonna be a time cheaper for those people to do it than when we're doing it in bulk.
right.
with
Well, the
other stuff.
mobilization is a huge cost on these.
Well, and I
It
guess
is.
if we need an incentive, there would be that, we could do kind of like we do, or similar to like we do with the sidewalks.
Is there any grants
If
that
needed.
I think the problem with that, Denise, is that is considered private property. So I can't go park my car behind those buildings and leave it there.
Right.
So it's
true.
not public access, I guess is what I should say.
True.
Is where a sidewalk is public
But we,
access.
but,
And it's
as
also,
a,
there's no place else in town that's like that either.
Yeah, so it's just-
That's another negative to.
but I was gonna say, and I guess that there's a positive to the business, but also kind of a negative because it gets so congested back there, but I don't know. It's
So
hard to.
who would contact them?
I would. I
You would
contact-
just
I know
give a
people
few
that-
rings?
Yeah.
Okay,
I know everybody that's in that block,
Yeah.
so.
had to be asked, yeah.
I can see like, if we get into, if it's not too expensive, we go into the second, the second block, the 200 block. I can see where the cottage house might want it right up to their building because they pay to have that mowed. It's weedy back there and it's just like a 2 or 3 foot area. I mean, it's not very wide back there. I can see where that would be to their advantage to have,
Yeah.
not to have to keep it up.
So
With
when
mowing and
Brady and
stuff.
I go do this, we'll do where the city is responsible for it, and then he'll break that off cost per business of wherever their parking is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that way, we can see who wants to be involved in it. I mean, I can't imagine you wouldn't want to be, but,
And if they don't, that's, I guess, their choice. They can do.
so.
But hopefully they'll all.
So, and Brady is, I'm
These are
sorry,
BG Consultants.
BG.
He's our engineer on a lot of projects we've done, so.
Now, with that and with that mobilization, there's a lot of businesses on the east side and stuff that may want to take, so while they're in town, that nothing to do with the city, but it's something that they could be offered and say, hey, those guys are going to be in
Yeah.
town on this date, so
It just
this
depends.
equipment can move over here and do your stretch here and there, so that's something maybe we could,
Yeah, so it's
Just
just one of those
put it,
things where
you
we
know,
have to talk to
we
them
have
to see
Jan
what they're willing
put
to
out.
do.
well,
Yeah.
100% what they're willing to do, but
So-
if they think that they can make an extra few bucks while they got all their stuff sitting here, I
Yeah.
think that they would. So that's something that we could have Jan put out there, and when it's time, when the time comes, and maybe some folks could take advantage.
You have your whole parking lot paved.
No, I don't want to pay it. There's too many big trucks coming on that.
So anyways, that's the plan for Friday. So in a couple meetings and then we're gonna do
Maybe the
that.
mobile home, I would like to pay to beneath it.
I was thinking maybe back there behind the east side and the liquor store and stuff. They got some stuff there that they maintain a lot that
Yeah.
would be fine for asphalt. But
Well, and we won't be, I don't know if we'll be doing, depends on how far down we go. Third's on down past that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So,
Yeah.
okay. Does anybody have any other discussion about that? We'll let you deal with them and let us know what you find out. Okay. All right, well, we don't really need any action on that, so governing body, Sharon.
No, don't have anything, thank you.
Okay. Larry?
No, I have nothing this evening other than there.
Sean?
I don't have anything.
Denise?
Nothing.
Okay. Brian?
Mayor, I think this meeting's gone quite long enough.
Well, everybody else must too because they're not here. If you're gonna miss one, this would be one to miss, wouldn't it? Okay. Nick?
I'm good. I just told you what mine was gonna be, so my files and stuff from the
Okay.
meetings on Friday.
Okay, and I don't believe I have anything either, so I would appreciate a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Motion carries 4-0.